everybody, how you going? I'm Bridget from Brigitte's Cottage and I'm here in the Adelaide Hills in Charleston. At the moment I'm in my chook yard with the chooks. I've just given them some scraps from the kitchen that I've cleaned out my veggie drawer, and it's like they've got a bit of lettuce and mushrooms and just bits and bobs. And we've had lots of rain today, and when I walked out back down here I could see that lots of the fennel has sort of fallen down. It's getting a bit scrappy. And I thought the sun's come out now and it's quite steamy actually in the yard. But I thought this is a really good opportunity to cut down the fennel to let more light in for the plants that are growing around near the fennel at the base. And I got it from the Sunshine Garden. So there's calendulas and lovely red, orangey, yellow type themed flowers that will now get more light because I've removed these stalks off of it, the stems. What I did is I basically, they're growing about 2 metres high, the fennel. It grows very high, and I cut it just before it goes to seed. The reason being is fennel is very easy to grow, but which is a great thing for a garden. But another thing, it can be a problem because as soon as it goes to seed, it's just going to throw seeds everywhere, and it can become a bit invasive in the garden, especially once it's got the right conditions like the light and the water, and it will just take over from the other plants. So that's my responsibility to make sure that I cull it before it becomes problematic. So yeah, I basically cut the stems down, which are about a good 2 metres high, the plant, and I keep a bit that's probably like my arm's length, up to my arm's length, that I can use for stakes around the garden. Then what I do is I pretty much just pull the bits of the fennel off, and I remove the leaves that are on the fennel, and I'm using that to line my chicken laying trays. So I put a few of the yellow flowers in because they smell so lovely. They're rather pungent and it keeps the bugs away. So apparently it helps the chickens to be a little bit more healthy. And then what I do is I just chop up these bits, and I literally just chop them up, and I suppose it's therapeutic. It might not be the most practical thing to do. You could put it through a shredder if you wanted to use, power, but I just like this. I just find it's very calm. It's a very mindful thing for me to do, and it's building back the soil. Everything in the fennel plants is not being wasted. That's what I like about it. So I'm basically, just stripping them off, and I've gone through most of the softer stuff, and then I just put all of these little bits in. Now the chickens aren't going to eat this, but what it will do is it will just break down, and then that's going to bring worms up underneath, little bugs, that sort of thing that can they're just going to turn it over and it's going to become compost, and the seeds will no longer be viable, so they won't spread in the garden. But when I get bits like this that have got the good bit of leaf on it, that's when this breaks off really easy. And yeah, I just pretty much line the laying beds, and this is just in an old plant tray, and that's got some from a week ago. I put a few bits of fennel, calendula, wormwood, lemon balm, maybe lavender. What else do I put in there? Mint, and it just keeps the eggs nice and clean. It keeps the chickens comfortable, and I believe it keeps bugs away. The chooks are a lot happier when I do this, and it's not straw, so it's not really encouraging mites and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's what I do, just to get the best out of the fennel, to break it all down, to use it for all its benefits. I mean, I'm not going to grab a flower and eat it now because I've had it in the chook yard, but they taste delicious. The seeds taste delicious. You can use them in your cooking. You can use the roots as well. And I just find them a very efficient plant for multi-purpose reasons. Like I said, even before, using them for stakes in the garden. But just try and be responsible if you're going to grow it, that you aren't part of the problem when there's like waterways and areas where you see so much fennel going like crazy around the place. It's not going to help farmers. It's not going to help, your garden. Your neighbours aren't going to appreciate if birds are putting the fennel seeds into their yard. So be responsible with it, get the best out of it, and just keep cutting your crop down. It'll grow back, and believe me, you will have some seeds hit the ground. It'll be very easy to grow them year after year after year. So have a great day, and thank you for watching. Alrighty, see ya. Happy gardening and happy chooks. Bye.